Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you 5 things I think you should know about this amazing month of November. This is going to be an Ascension energy update for the month of November here in 2019. In the thumbnail, you might have seen I put the 3 words, are you ready? Are you ready for an incredibly successful time of triumph and personal and life victory? A lot of people might hear that question, including myself yesterday, and think, I don't feel very ready. No freaking way. I'm not feeling my best. I'm feeling kind of off my game. I'm feeling kind of heavy with emotions, distorting my ability to be my best self in this important month. Okay, but here's the thing. I'm going to say right off the bat, you are ready, and it's okay and normal that you don't feel ready. And what came to mind is a book, one of my favorite books of all time, is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho or something like that. Real famous, one of the most famous books ever written, I believe. Very famous book. And in the book he says that I'm paraphrasing here, but essentially the seeker is usually met in the beginning of their journey with a little bit of beginner's luck. You know how it is when things flow and this effortless manifestation and you think, wow, I'm really in sync. But the victor will be severely tested towards the end of the journey. And that is kind of what's going down right now. This is a time with an amazing potential for you to succeed in ways that will literally blow your mind. But you will have to really work for it. You really will have to really just rise up to the occasion. But here's the thing. Even though the resistance might seem heavy and dense, you have become strong enough and wise enough and masterful enough to rise above it. And my friend, when you succeed in that way, when you go through the darkness and where you can reveal your power to yourself along the way, the fruits are far more sweet, the victory is far more satisfying and rewarding, and you're going to be eventually sitting on top of the mountain feeling more accomplished than you have in your entire life. Before I go ahead, my friend, and get into the video, let me just say, first off, welcome to my channel. If you're brand new to it, it's always an honor and a blessing to have new subscribers, which will oftentimes find me in these updates. I do have a free MP3 meditation I made myself. It's designed to help you connect with your higher self in a really noticeable way. It's totally free. I made it myself. Check it out down below at the top of the description box if you'd like. And with that said, I will see you all inside of the video. Number 1, I wrote down really high vibration. That's why I wore my shirt. High vibrations. It's a gift from a fan. I still wear it all the time. Anyway, it's like there will be times where you are just soaring. And you're feeling like, not blissed out, but almost to that, where everything is just like really in sync and you feel really fueled up in a physical sense with all this positive energy and things are going well. And you're like, wow. But with that said, the littlest thing can kind of bring you down. And when you go down, it's like you plummet. And it could be something very minor. It could be a certain habitual, thought pattern, a negative belief kind of wedges its way into your psyche, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, you're sucked down into the complete opposite of what you were experiencing before. And it doesn't take much, and you might be doing a lot of up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Here's the thing, we're now like sort of revving so high that just like a precision engine, if one speck of dust gets into a precision engine, the whole thing just shuts down completely. There's less wiggle room for old egoic patterns, which we all still have. You'll let yourself know immediately when you are off, when something is, when you're not really acting in alignment with your potential. So if you feel really up and down, high and low, that's okay. It's all learning. It's all practice. We're all doing our best to learn how to sort of sustain this higher frequency, better, more 5D way of living our life. But again, we're all sort of just doing our best. And there's a lot of learning and a lot of growth to still be experienced. But if you feel that way, it's not a bad thing. In fact, it's a very good thing. It's a very hopeful thing because things, again, we're all rising, we're all ascending. Number 2, you might feel like you're in a bit of a state of limbo. Like you're not really able to just move forward in the way you want to. There's things up in the air. You might be having some challenging days where even though you try your best, you're just not productive. And yet, you'll be able to see the finish line up ahead. And whatever that means for you. There will likely be things you've been working towards, working on, moving in the direction of, that you really want to get to because of what it's gonna be like after. Like there are just these things you have to kind of get in order in your life so that you can have this big opening that you've been working towards. Like for me, I have a few like big business projects I've been working on, and they've been in the works for a long time. They've been kind of challenging me a lot. I put a lot of work and energy into them, and I'm so close to being done with them, and I'm so excited because that means I get to write my book, something I've been really trying diligently to clear space in my life to do. But these things have to get done. I'm close to getting them all done, but it's this last leg of the journey has not been easy. There's been more nerves, more resistance, more anxieties, and it's been making it very difficult to get this last little bit of inches. So I'm making slow, sort of, drudgerous type of progress, and it feels like there are just things flying into my life that are making it like just hard to just reach out there and be done with this certain aspect of my life. So that's sort of my circumstance as just an example of what I mean by that. But that's okay, and we're going to get into the reading a little bit later in a minute here, and I'm going to share with you what will really allow you to finish what you started and complete your mission so that you can experience the opening that I would suspect you are intuitively anticipating in your own life. Number 3, I wrote down victory over yourself. Sometimes difficult energy, we'll say, like Mercury retrograde energy we're kind of in right now, and though it's very helpful in so many ways, it's not the lightest, free-flowing type of wonderful vibe type of energy. Okay, sometimes in that energy, it's difficult to not lapse into old behaviors, old patterns, old habits, and again, just making progress and whatever that means for you in your life can just seem like it takes a lot more effort. Things just don't come as easy, okay? But we're living in a time, this month in particular is a really awesome opportunity where you can emerge victorious over yourself in spite of that, over your conditioning, over your habits, over your patterns that for the longest time have probably sort of sabotaged your forward pursuits, progress towards your dreams, progress in life in general. We are our own worst enemy. We are the ones that get in our own way. And you might be getting in your own way more than usual, which initially is like really discouraging. But I'm telling you this, you can emerge victorious in spite of that. And I'll give you an example, a perfect example really, of just how my day went yesterday. I have the vision, the finish line is near, and I'm determined to get there. And yesterday I had my plans of all the different things I insisted I was going to accomplish in order to move myself forward. But again, I was dealing with this heavy retrograde energy, getting in my own way, all that kind of stuff I was just discussing. And it was just like it was a really crummy day. In fact, I was talking to my son, Lucas. He comes home from school and he says, "Hey Dad, how was your day?" And I said, "Well, you know what, man? It was not my best day." I said, "You know what? I worked so hard yesterday. I put so much, I gave yesterday my absolute all. I tried my best. But sometimes your best is just not good enough. And at the end of the day, there was nothing really accomplished. I was just spinning my wheels. In fact, at one point, I was determined to shoot a YouTube video. I spent 45 minutes shooting these different takes, and at the end of the day, I got one done, but it wasn't very good. So it was like one of those days where I felt like I deserved a victory that I did not get. I tried my hardest and nothing came. But you know what happened is I realized at the end of the day, I was able to be there for my children. I was nice to my wife. I literally gave it my absolute all. And even though nothing really got accomplished work-wise, I went to bed very proud of myself, because in the past, having a crummy day like that where things don't go my way, I guarantee, I know myself, I would have lapsed into old behaviors. I would have probably started eating crappy food, just zoning out and watching like UFC fights on the internet, and really just sort of like gave up. I never gave up yesterday. And you know what? I woke up this morning like a new person. It was almost like my crappy day yesterday was more rewarding and fulfilling than even if things were to have gone well. Because I was like, it was a victory over the self. And I haven't had a victorious day to that degree, I don't know, if maybe ever in my life. So my friend, if you're going through something similar where things aren't just clicking for you effortlessly, just keep at it. Just do your best. That feeling of personal victory and triumph, of literally just deciding to do your best, I guarantee it will open up a floodgate of support and positive energy, just as I'm experiencing right now in my day. The same thing can happen for you. And number 4 is more like a tip. It's sort of like a strategy you can employ. It's real simple. It's persistence is key. Okay, I'm gonna share an example of my daughter Maya. She's 10. Every day, me and my kids, around 6 o'clock, we go to the park right near our house. We drive up to it, and there's this really cool outdoor hockey rink. We all play hockey. Most of the time, it's like me trying to play with all the kids. They all want to do different things, but my daughter Maya is 10. She takes hockey more seriously. And as of a couple weeks ago, she has made it her job and mission to learn how to do what she calls an upshot, which is really, if you know hockey, it's a wrist shot where you elevate the ball or puck so it gets off the ground. When you've never done that before, it's difficult. It's like anything. Riding a bike, it's like you've never done it. It's difficult. So she tried so hard. She's been trying so hard, and she shot after shot after shot after shot after shot. Nothing. That ball and puck just hugged the ground with no success. I watched as my daughter went through all these different emotions of feeling defeated, feeling discouraged, feeling like, why isn't it working? I've tried so hard day after day, nothing. This stupid thing won't get off the goddamn ground. I could just see it. And she'd have time where she would like hit her stick, and it was like really tough. But for whatever reason, she just like was determined to get this this upshot. So finally last night, it just clicked. And pow! She was glowing, just so proud of herself. In fact, there's these like tall fences that border this rink, and she was flipping the ball all the way over the fence, just knowing she'd have to go all the way around to get it, and she would do that over and over and over again. She was so proud of herself. She was so satisfied, and that kind of feeling of like, yes, doesn't come when things just come super easily. They come when you really have to grow and push yourself and push through the resistance and just stay determined and persistent. And then like you get the victory. You get the reward you wanted all along, but the person you blossom into along the way as you go toward your dreams, that's what you're proud of. That's what you have that experience of I can do it under your belt. And it's profound, and it's life-changing on so many levels and so infinitely satisfying. So my friend, this is a time where persistence is key. Lastly, I wrote down one word, and it's very important you hear this. Guidance. Guidance. You're being guided, man. You're being guided in all aspects of your life. So often we have these big dreams that fill up our minds randomly, that we resonate with. And in those moments, we know we can accomplish them, we can move towards them, we can do it, because in those moments we are connected to like our higher self, where we know our worth, we know our capability. But then those times of that connection and resonance with this big dream can fade. And then we're left back in the ego. We're left back with what we perceive to be the limited self. And then from that vantage point, we wonder, how are we going to get there? How is this going to happen? I don't know if I have it in me. And that's how I felt yesterday. It was like towards the end of my workday, and I was really like really stressing out, really like just filled with this negative, defeatist type of energy. But I felt like I was so like, again, persistent, so like what is it going to take, man? So finally, I don't do this very often at all. I went into my closet and I flipped up my favorite tarot deck, the Osho Zen Tarot deck. And first, this card popped up. This is going to be relevant. This is not just Victor's personal reading. This is relevant to this thing, the video. Playfulness. Saying, Victor, dude, relaxed, man. Have fun. Be more playful. Be more creative. Have fun with life. And that's not what I'm really getting to. What I'm getting to, the next card was this. Guidance. This particular project I'm working on is not something that's within my expertise, though it's necessary to get me where I want to go in my life. It's a very important project that I don't have anyone else, no one can do it but me. And I'm wondering, like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to get this done? Have fun, be playful, and you'll be guided. Okay, so what do you want in life? What do you know at some points in your life that you can have? These big dreams that at times resonate. I would suggest you, this advice was so helpful to me, I'm going to pass it on to you. Have fun. Have fun with your life. Be playful, just like be joyful. And trust that you will also be given guidance. You don't have to have the map. You don't have to know how. You'll be guided in the exact moments with the exact information and nudges from spirit that you need that are just it's gonna be all perfect. It always is perfect, okay? You're guided. When you go in the direction of your highest good and your dreams and your passion and your bliss, you are guided straight up. And you know what, I know that, but I forgot. So these cards reminded me and it was like, wow, it really helped me turn myself around. And hopefully they can have that same effect on you. Okay, my friends, that's all I have to share about this reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you benefited from it. I just want to say thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all your likes and comments and shares and all those different things. They are not only nice to me, but they also help the videos be put out to more people. So if this message helped you by liking and sharing and whatnot, it helps other people who might not have stumbled upon these types of messages receive them and benefit from them just as you have. So thank you for your part. It's a very symbiotic relationship we have here. It's not just the Victor Show. It's all of us doing our best to raise our own consciousness to help the planet. And I want to recognize your role. So have an amazing month, my friend. I'll be here every step of the way with new videos and new content. It's an honor and a pleasure to have you here. Have an amazing day. Namaste.